Look at all this loot! DJ, none for you! Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I am a shameless fan of free stuff. I am also a huge fan of tactical stuff. So when tacticalxmen.com contacted me, I kid you not, tacticalxmen.com, it's like they were made for me, contacted me and said, hey, check out our site, and if there's anything you'd like to review, go ahead and let us know. And I checked out their site, and there was not a single thing on their site that I didn't want. So I told them that, and they were confused, and they're like, wait, you don't want anything? I'm like, no, I want everything. I'm like, well... They said, well, like, so what's my budget? And they said, pick $100 worth of stuff. So I went through the stuff, and they had one item that I really wanted. I've been eyeing it for a while, but it was always very expensive, and, you know, $100. And that would have blown my entire budget in one go, so I instead went through and picked, I think it was 7 other items that amounted to about $100. And I told them that I was eyeing this helmet, but I'm going to go with these 7 items. And they said, actually, we really want to, you know, people to review the helmet, so how about we give you the helmet now, and we'll give you the other stuff next. And you're like... sold! So let's take a look at what I've got. Opening it, of course, with my ridge knife. Way cooler than my other one. Oh, that thing is just wicked looking. And I was dubious about it until I noticed that supposedly it comes with, instead of lenses, mesh. Because I will fog up lenses in an instant, despite every anti-fog chemical known to man. I am too sweaty. So we've got a whole bunch of Velcro stuff right in the top. Now I'm going to be very careful while I'm taking this all out because the last helmet I had, it came with the mesh in it, but it also came with a plastic visor. But I couldn't find the plastic visor, and that was because it fell out of the box when I was opening it up. Okay, this thing is cooler than I thought it was. Alright, so let's take a look. As you can see, this was the selling point for me when I realized that they had mesh lenses for it, which I will have to figure out how to get those out and put them in. There are then additional plates that go on in places and come off. There is also a mesh plate for the front to make it easier to breathe. And different lens colors. They've got clear, they've got orange. They've got so clear it's not even in there. Oh, it's in here. They've got reflective.
Invisible lenses.
They're falling out. That's what they're doing. And the gizmo necessary for taking it all apart. So, first, let's just admire the beauty of this thing. And first question, of course, is, will it even fit my dome?
Will it take a K-47?
It will not. We're going to need to work on that. It currently won't fit me one little bit, but it is apparently adjustable. Interesting. I really want this to fit, so we're going to tinker. We're going to take plates off and see where it extends. Yeah, it's got all these different plates that come off. Use 3 AAA batteries. It is, in fact, fans. It's defogging fans built into it. That is awesome.
Now you can have lenses.
Now I might try the lenses. I still probably prefer the mesh, but... Okay, so once you get it completely disassembled, the whole back end actually just comes off. And you can, in fact, just wear it like one of my regular masks. So you can wear it with just the face portion rather than the whole helmet, which, given that the whole helmet doesn't seem to fit my prodigious melon. Yeah. There is no way I'm actually going to be able to get my head into it with the back portion on. Unless I extended it somehow. Just attaching this on there and wearing it like I wear my current face mask, that would in fact work. And it's super cool looking. I'd put more of the plates back on. So all of the internal padding comes off in patches. So this is an absolutely absurdly modular system. And beautifully so. All of that padding, plus padding around the eyes. makes for an extremely comfortable mask. So, yeah, you can just take the whole back portion of the helmet off and just wear it like a hockey mask, like my current mask, but much fancier. Now, we can get to the batteries are here in the forehead, as it were. Though, since I'm going to be putting mesh in, I really don't need the fans. Though I do want to figure out how to get the mesh in. So, it's noisy, but it would defog it if you needed it defogged. You just turn it on long enough to defog, or turn it down really low. Yeah. So, if you weren't running mesh, a little fan in there will defog it for you. You'd want to keep a close eye on those batteries, make sure they're not getting going acidy, because they're right above your eyes. Alright. So now that I've completely disassembled it, let's take a look at all of the various components that I may or may not be putting back on. Some of them I definitely will. Oh, look at that. They give you a bunch of extra bolts. That is so considerate of them, because I've already lost several, and I haven't even started playing. We've got all of the liner, for which they gave you a full set of extra Velcro for when your Velcro wears out. If you're pulling these in and out, that will definitely be a thing. Now, the back of the head is the issue. Now, maybe if I took the padding out entirely and went with lighter padding, I could actually get this thing on. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I can get it on as long as I don't put all of the padding in it. Was that a
Yes.
nut went flying?
Yes.
That's not surprising. And this thing is so light, because it's all plastic, that I could easily get away with just wearing a balaclava or something for padding, rather than needing the actual helmet liner to protect the top of my head. I will probably keep the eye socket plates in, just so if I get hit with, a melee right to the face, it doesn't concuss me. And maybe the side of, because that wasn't the issue, it was the top of the head. So we'll see. Now I'm going to start putting this back together in a configuration that pleases me, and we'll see how it goes. Yes, sir. Oh, you can breathe. That is awesome. So, love that they add both the mesh lenses and the mesh mouthguard so that you can actually breathe. That is gorgeous. Now, what I do not know is I do not know what this metal, how thick it is, or what it's rated for. How heavy of an airsoft gun it would protect against. It seems fairly thick, but I mean, obviously mesh lenses in airsoft is just a bad idea because people use cheap BBs and then they hit and they shatter and you get particles right in the eye. I've had that happen. It's unpleasant. You're better off using something that's more specifically rated for it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the back of the helmet back on. Though I am going to tinker with the other options first. Where does this even go? Oh!
Do you have to take something off?
It's separate. So instead of this plate, they've got two smaller plates.
Ooh.
Which I don't actually need that because I don't use that style of camera mount. So... It turns out, instead of the forehead plate with the mount, either for a camera or optics or whatever, there is just two separate forehead plates. And I'm going to go with those. See, now that is delightful. So it's got a 5-point strap. The top 3 are elastic, the bottom ones are adjustable, and that makes for a really comfortable fit with the padding in there. It would then, you know, leave the whole back of your head kind of exposed. I mean, this part offers some protection on the very back, but here and here, getting hit there could be somewhat unpleasant. Now, we are next going to try... Oh, forgot to put these back in. We are going to take this strap off entirely and try putting on the back of the helmet and seeing if the adjustable nature of it has made it fit, or if I will need to forego the back of the head padding. That is awesome. How do I look? I like it. Alright, it has been determined that this helmet goes particularly well with this armor. And actually there's a different set that the same people that they have that was one of the items that I wanted. And so it'll be in the next wave of stuff that they send me. And we'll see which one I think looks better, this one or the new one. And either way, it'll probably end up being used at Afterworlds as some kind of a bad guy. Kind of a possibly MRA commando, or possibly the return of Captain Xavier. Maybe he'll show up with even higher tech gear than he has in the past. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, this thing is everything I was hoping it would be. The fact that it turns out the helmet is adjustable is awesome. So if you really wanted to wear it with the padding, I can wear it with the padding, but the padding's a little too thick and it makes the eyes ride a little bit high on my head. Taking the padding out entirely and simply wearing a padded balaclava, which isn't very thick, but it's thick enough, makes it fit me then absolutely perfectly at its smallest setting. But the fact that you can take the back of the helmet off entirely and just go with the helmet strap, the fact that all of the plates come off, the fact that they have replacement plates for the forehead as opposed to the one with the mount on it, the fact that all of the padding is just Velcroed in, the fact that they gave you not only extra Velcro for when your Velcro eventually wears out, which it will, they also gave you extra bolts because you're gonna lose them. Because I lost at least one, I think. We might have found it. They also give you an extra nut for the mounting bracket, as well as extra screws for the eye socket mounting. And yeah, that's uncommonly well thought out of whoever came up with this to include all of those spare parts. So I am well and thoroughly impressed. Comes with 3 different sets of lenses. Just dark lenses, those shiny lenses, more than that, orange lenses, clear lenses. So whichever your preference is, they've got you covered. They are scratch resistant. They are UV blocking. They are lovely. They then, of course, also have the mesh ones that I favor because I fog up lenses like nobody's business, as I have lamented a number of times. But then these also come with built-in fans that you can turn on to clear your lenses if they get too fogged. They're kind of noisy, which would be one downside, is that while you've got the fans on, you wouldn't be able to hear really what's going on. The fact that the mouthpiece is replaceable with, you know, a mesh one so that you can breathe better. It is in fact a modular tactical helmet. It comes with rail on the side for mounting a camera or a flashlight or whatever you wanted. It's just really, really cool. So yeah, if you're looking for a heavy armored look, this is the one. It looks like it actually has slots for a chin strap. It doesn't come with a chin strap, but I'm pretty sure that's what these slots here would allow, would be a chin strap to keep it from hitting your face if you were fighting in melee. I may add some really light padding on the inside. Does this stick to this? No. Okay, it's not. So I might use some double stick Velcro and just cut some craft foam, some thin craft foam, and attach it to the Velcro so that the Velcro doesn't snag on this, and to give me a little extra padding, because we do melee, and it would kind of be annoying to get hit on the top of the head. But yeah, this is really, really slick looking, and I really like it. I've been eyeing it since I first saw it, but the reason I didn't get it before was because I didn't realize that it had replaceable lenses, and now that I know that it does, that is pretty cool. Easy to replace, and super modular. I approve. Links will be in the description. Tacticalxman.com is the site. It has all things tactical and modular. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there that I know that I'm going to be reviewing in the future, but if there's stuff on there you would like me to review, definitely let me know, because I will definitely be getting more stuff from them, because this is just entirely too cool. I will probably take this to Jared's epic Nerf battle next year, because I got shot in the back of the head by some kids who thought it was funny to point blank me in the back of my head in the one place that wasn't armored. I didn't think it was amusing, but they thought it was hilarious, so this would actually cover that. And it's a much svelter helmet than the one that has the visor that opens. The one thing it doesn't have is the visor doesn't open, but it does lift up and ride on the top of your head very well. They've got the back of the neck canted out, so it goes up onto the top of your head when you raise it up and stays there very nicely, the way the Corinthian helms, the Greek helmets did. So that is really, really cool. That curve there facilitates that very, very nicely, so it'll fit with my heavy armor better because it's not as wide. So it's pretty cool. I really, really like this, and will definitely be using it in the future. So thank you so much for sending it, and thank you guys for watching. We're now going to do what I should have done from the beginning.
Open this one.
And look at the yeah, just go ahead. All right, product parameter. It also does come in a bunch of different colors. It comes in Obsidian, Green Goblin, Rock, and Terminator, because black, green, brown, and gray were not hardcore enough colors. I'm with them on that. Applicable seam, outdoor riding, tactical defense, masquerade, movie prop, cosplay. Polymaterial for main body, EVA pad, PC lenses, structures, guide rail, battery box, adjustable fan, PC lens. Oh yeah, there I would have had it. Button for adjustment head system. So it's just a dial on the side that loosens or tightens the helmet for you. Padding, fan system outlet, very nice. Transfer base for NVG shroud. Yep. Guide rail. Alloy fixed screw and washer. There's the diagram of all the plates that I took apart and could have saved a lot of time. There's a diagram of all the padding. A lot of the padding in there is mesh. Installment guide of pads. Oh, they do actually recommend that you keep the back of the head, but I don't think it's necessary. It fits nice and snug. Adding and removing all of the bits. Yep, they do demonstrate that it can be used without the back of the head. Adjusting it and adjusting the straps. Yeah, they recommend keeping the strap in, and maybe I will. We'll see. So yeah, read the manual. Saves you a lot of trouble.